touchdown. Touchdown grab for Marion.
There you go.
And why pull up for a jumper from 3 or even a mid-range when you can go right down the lane?
Sowers is back, reaches up, and it's a grand slam for De La
Man's
Salle.
all alone. Scott got it.
Great coach by Coach Stick to break down the defense.
County pride is on the line here in Greencastle, where the host school, the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, take on the Cloverdale Clovers. Cloverdale had to beat South Putnam to get to this game, and Greencastle just finished off North Putnam in an exciting game that Greencastle ended up taking 5-4. They came back in the 7th inning of that game to put that game out of reach of the Cougars, and now they're here in their away grays, but on their home field, taking on Cloverdale. Let's get you the defensive starters for the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. As there you see Whitaker behind the plate. It's going to be Tanner Sanders on the mound for Greencastle to start things off. Sanders pinch ran in the game earlier today, but that was the only action he saw in the field. And to start things off at the plate for Cloverdale, it's Parker Watts, the starter on the mound of Game 1 earlier this morning.
And boy, Parker played and pitched in an incredible game. Was good with the bat. Was a big reason why, and you know that with his 10 strikeouts on why he was a player of the game, and Cloverdale's playing for a championship.
1-1 to start off for Parker Watts. Watts reached base safely twice last game with 2 walks. Also made it on thanks to 2 fielders' choices. Did not record a hit in Game 1 earlier today. He was fantastic, double-digit strikeouts.
I tell you what, he put his team on his shoulders and said, just follow me, and then just delivered a great game, pitching-wise and like I said, leadership-wise. And I would expect him to do the same here in the championship game.
Well, he's finished off there in his first at-bat. A good start for Tanner Sanders. As Parker Watts waves at that one to go down as out number 1 here in the Putnam County Championship game.
Interesting thing, Mike, is, you know, are you better off to have just played? Are you better off to have had a 2-hour and a half wait? Be anxious to see which one really shows his sign early in this championship game.
Making a play at second base for Greencastle, Jordan Meyer. After a one-hopper from TJ Hagamasi. 2 down quickly here. Nick Winders at the plate for Cloverdale. One of the few lefties we've seen in any of the 4 lineups here today. Winders will be the starting pitcher for the Clovers as well. He's got a hitter's count. 2-0 with 2 outs here at the top of the first inning.
Be anxious, Mike, to see where that strike zone is here in the championship game. First 2 games that we saw that outside corner, both high and low, was called often for a strike. I'll be anxious to see what the strike zone is here in this championship game.
Through the first 2 games, it was our good friend of the program, Alex Long, behind the plate. Now the umpire rotation has switched, so now Alex Long in the field, and then Nick Marples behind home plate. 3-1 to Winders. Hard ground ball in fair territory through the right side. So a base knock with 2 outs for the starting man on the bump for Cloverdale, Nick Winders, as he helps his own cause. Tice Jackson to the plate, the catcher for Cloverdale.
Yeah, I really thought that, you know, Cloverdale in that first game, the morning game, they really helped themselves with some timely hitting. And I'll be anxious to see if they can do the same here in the championship.
Winders gets picked off of the base paths. A crafty move there from the right-handed Tanner Sanders as he erases Winders from first base. That ends the top of the first inning. We'll bring you Greencastle's first chance at the bats when we come back here on ISC.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Greencastle, their turn at the plate here in the first inning. Tanner Sanders ended the top of the first by picking off the only base runner of that frame for Cloverdale, Nick Winders, who is now up on the bump to try and get some revenge against this Greencastle lineup. Here is the starting defense for Greencastle, brought to you by McAllister Cat Rentals. If you're looking to move dirt, move materials, or get 80 feet up in the air, then McAllister's has the equipment you need to get the job done right. Visit them online at McAllistersRentals.com. A special thanks to McAllister's for providing the lifts for our camera crew today. Winders on the bump, the first southpaw that will have taken the mound here today in this Putnam County tournament.
Yeah, anxious to see, Nick pitch. I think he really, I just like the way he played center field. I just think from an athletic standpoint, both he and Watts really, I think, lead this Cloverdale team, and I'll be anxious to see. They got Watts playing shortstop and Winders pitching, so I'll be anxious to see how long that Winders can go and how effective he can be in this championship game.
So Winders on the mound. Right fielder Jacob Harris will step up first for Greencastle. Wind still blowing a bit out to right field. It's still overcast here in Greencastle, Indiana. It's been like this for the majority of the day. No complaints on either end. Harris with a fly ball back behind shortstop. Watts is there, backpedaling, and makes the catch for out number one. Already one down to bring up Brody Whitaker, the shortstop.
Mike, you talked about earlier being the first southpaw that we'll see. Huge advantage for Nick Winders if he can be effective, just because it's just a different type of delivery, different angle, different way of seeing the ball. And again, it looks like Winders off to a good start of throwing strikes.
One thing maybe working against Winders is that because he is one of the few lefties, there's not a lot of lefty batters up there as well. Those lefty-lefty situations usually favorable for the pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Although it depends. A lot of times you get guys that will, a left-handed hitter that might hit better off a left-handed pitcher. It just kind of depends on the athlete. There's a drive out to left field for Whitaker. All the way to the wall. Down in the corner, Whitaker with a stand-up double here in the bottom of the first for Greencastle.
Nice job of just taking that pitch. Again, watch it. Again, it was right outside, over the plate, just driving it and pulling it down the left field line. Nice job of giving a great start up front here for Greencastle and the Tiger Cubs.
So man in scoring position for Nick Sutherland. He pitched last game, gave his team a strong start, made it through 6 innings. Didn't have a great day at the plate He was 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts in the game earlier. Now has himself a 3-0 count. He was 2 of the 9 strikeouts that Hayden Rudes had for North Putnam. He draws a 4-pitch walk there from Zach Winders.
Batting fourth, first baseman, number 14, Gus Mannion.
I'll be anxious here to see what Winders does. Again, you got to throw strikes. The biggest thing here, you and I talked in between games a little bit about the fatigue factor and what's going to happen here, and I'll just be anxious with these kids how deep they get into each count and just how fatigued are these players here playing their second game here in a relatively short time.
Gus Mannion steps up now. He was our player of the game a game ago. Had some timely hitting. And also finished off the game on the mound. High fly ball in the infield. Hagamasi calls it and makes the catch. Didn't matter it was an infield fly, so the batter would have been called out either way. Have seen situations where a player will, on an infield fly, let it drop and hoping that the other runners are hanging off the bag, maybe try and throw them out. We've seen not here on ISC this season, but just around the state, we've seen a triple play happen a couple times in that scenario. They've done it in the majors as well. Now Mayer, a fly ball into left, and Hull makes the catch for out number 3. So a couple of flyouts end the Greencastle scoring threat here in the bottom of the first inning. A double from Brody Whitaker, but nothing more. Still 0-0, and we come back for the top of 2 here on ISC.
Hits the rim right as the light goes in.
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and 3 down.
Wow. Denhart looking to throw this time. Going deep down the field, he's got Fusich. Look at this one again. Time will expire and the Gophers will win.
On the board, the North wins 10-7.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Scoreless after 1 inning of play here in the Putnam County Championship game between Cloverdale and Greencastle. Each team managed to hit, but nothing more in their respective half innings at the plate. So now Cloverdale up here in the top of the second. It'll be Tice Jackson. He was up to bat at the end of last inning, but Nick Winders was picked off of first base. So Jackson never saw a pitch. It'll be Tanner Sanders out for another inning of work. He managed to strike out, grounded out Cloverdale's TJ Hagamasi, and then, of course, picked off Winders.
The catcher, number 24, Tice Jackson.
So up steps Jackson. He was 1 for 4 last game with a bloop single into left center. Flew out a couple times as well and grounded out to the shortstop. Misses on the first pitch from Sanders, 0-1.
Like the rhythm and tempo that Sanders is starting the game with. I just, again, he's putting the ball over the plate, really doing a great job of working the outside corner and low, which again, if you're making contact on that, it's normally going to be just kind of a dribbler to first or second, and so I like the location of where he started the game.
He's got Tice Jackson 0-2. And a miss low and away from Tanner Sanders. That outside edge has been there most of the game. as far as what the home plate umpires are giving pitchers on the call. Bad miss on the off speed from Tanner Sanders, and that's been a bit of a theme throughout the day, off speed being very hit or miss for these pitchers. Haven't seen any of the pitchers today use it to consistent effectiveness.
It's one of those things, and you know this, Mike, is when you're fastball dominant, how does that translate in innings 5, 6, and 7? Because eventually you're going to start losing it, which means your spots have to be that much better.
3-2 from Sanders. Fastball just inside as Jackson turned away from it. Leadoff man on for Cloverdale, bringing up Nick Smith, the third baseman.
Batting fifth, third baseman, number 21, Nick Smith.
See how Tanner handles a runner on. He did a pretty good job last time with Nick
I'd say so.
Winters and picked him off, and I'll be anxious to see how he reacts here.
Sanders misses inside again here to Nick Smith now. Smith hitless in Cloverdale's game earlier this morning. There's a couple of raindrops have started to fall here at Greencastle. Nothing too serious. We have had threats of rain for most of the day, but allegedly it's supposed to pass north of here. There's a line drive right at Meyer at second base. Takes it off one hop, makes the out at first. Meyer kind of sat back on that one a little bit, played it safe.
Yeah, I tell you what, nice job, because the runners kind of shielded the ball a little bit away from him. Nice job by Meyer of coming up, keeping his poise, and delivering a strike to first base.
Braden Blevins up now, and quickly there's 2 outs. Does move Tice Jackson over to third base on the grounder.
Batting seventh, center fielder, number 16, Jack.
Biggest reason why Cloverdale's playing right now was they did a nice job early on in the game to take advantage of runners in scoring position. Be anxious to see if that trend can continue.
So 2 outs for Jack Havener. Man on third. Cloverdale trying to strike first here in the top of the second. Ground ball, left side, Sutherland across the diamond in time for out number 3. Quick work for Tanner Sanders. He allowed a base runner, but nothing more. Still 0-0. We'll be back in a bit here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Worried your family isn't protected at home? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eShield Security Solutions. With Endeavor eShield Security Solutions, peace of mind comes from knowing your family and your business are safe. We also provide internet, television, wireless, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Scoreless here in Greencastle. Bottom of the second inning. Second time up on the mound for Nick Winters. He made his way through the top half of the Greencastle lineup safely back in the first. And work his way through 6, 7, 8 here in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Abe Wade to lead things off for the Tiger Cubs. Both teams have had a couple base runners, but nothing too timely at the plate to drive in that first run of the day.
I think anytime you can score early, I just think it's that much of a bonus, because it's the first time through the lineup. pitchers definitely have the advantage because you haven't seen them yet. And I just think trying to score early is really difficult. And that's why I'm really kind of surprised we don't see more small ball being played somewhere just to put a little pressure on the defense. But, again, great job through 1.5 by Greencastle. See if Cloverdale and Nick Winters can do the same thing.
So up comes Abe Wade. Wade earned the sombrero last game with 4 strikeouts. Not the case this time. A deep drive back to center. Over the head of Jack Hanover. Wade gonna try and make it 3. He will be in time with a stand-up triple. What a turnaround for Abe Wade after a tough game last time he was out there, and an hour or so later rips one to the wall at center.
Well, I tell you what, great job of staying patient, staying back on the pitch, looking for his pitch right over the plate there. Great job driving that to deep center, and again, a stand-up triple. That's a great way to start for the Tiger Cubs.
Already a man on third for Greencastle, and the DH, Alex Costin. Costin also struggled at the plate a bit last game for Greencastle. 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Nick Winters did work around a double back in the bottom of the first, but that came with 1 out. Now there's a man on third and nobody out.
Any contact to the right side of the infield or outfield, you're looking at a run being scored, but you got to make contact here.
3-1 to Costin.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Winters work inside, trying to jam him up a little bit, trying to keep that ball on the left side of the infield.
And he did indeed, coming on the inside half of the plate there with that fastball. And (3-2) from Winters. Swung on and missed. Costin goes down swinging. Big strikeout there for Nick Winters, trying to work out of a leadoff triple situation.
Great job of pulling the string just a little bit. Didn't look like it was an off-speed pitch, but looked more like a spot location for a really good off-speed fastball there. But nice job by Winters.
Bryce Barger, the center fielder, up for Greencastle. Barger 0 for 1 with a strikeout, 2 walks last game. Neither him nor Alex Costin, his predecessor in the order, put a ball in play. We'll see if that changes. Barger gets the bunt down. Good throw from Nick Winters onto first, as there was no harm from Bryce Barger trying to score Abe Wade from third base. The pitcher fielding his position, and now there's 2 outs.
Again, nice job there, trying to mix it up a little bit by Greencastle, but a better play by Nick Winters.
Jordan Meyer up now. And he's behind the Winters fastball. So just like that, there's 2 outs and a man on third. Much less frightening than how this inning started out for Cloverdale. It'll pop up out of play. And Winters ahead of 0-2 to the 9-hole hitter for Greencastle.
And Mike, you alluded to it in the first 2 games. The pitchers did a great job early on in the game of staying ahead of the hitters. Nick Winters has done a fantastic job of that in this game.
0-2 from the lefty. A liner gets through the right side. Wade comes in to score. It's 1-0 Greencastle. How about that? Nice piece of hitting from Jordan Meyer. Went opposite field. Lined it right past the second baseman of Cloverdale, Zach Neese.
Timely hitting. Again, it's not if you hit, but when. In this case here, great job of driving in a run, striking first. Nice job by the Tiger Cubs.
Jacob Harris up now for Greencastle. And he lines one into left center. Right center, rather. That gets down. Meyer heading for third and now home. Harris holds up around second base. That scores Jordan Meyer all the way from first. So back-to-back base knocks put up 2 runs for Greencastle.
Great job again of again putting a bat on the ball here and just driving it. And I think that's the nice thing that the last 2 guys have done is fantastic job of going with the pitch. Meaning, if the ball's on the outside part of the plate, just take it to that to that part of the field.
Runner on second still. So right as it looked like Zach Winders might have been able to get out of that jam after giving up a leadoff triple to Abe Wade. The bottom of the order and then the top strikes for Greencastle. Watts gets to it in the hole. A throw to first, not in time. Athletic play from Watts to get there, set his feet and throw, but he couldn't beat out a hustling Brody Whitaker.
Great job again. Watts went deep into the hole to get this. Third baseman's out of position a little bit, so he can't go to third for the easy out. Darn near throws there, from left field. Great throw. Great throw. Just got just a tad late.
And a good look at it there from our ISC crew. It did indeed look like the throw was late by a hair. So now it's Nick Sutherland going to try and add to this Greencastle lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
And Nick Winters was able to work out of jams early. Hasn't been able to do that this inning here. Be anxious to see if his defense can bail him out a little bit, and he can get back to getting ahead in the count and throwing strikes.
He's down 2-0 to Sutherland now. Two-one. Sutherland walked his last time up. 3-hole hitter for the Tiger Cubs. Another foul ball, 2-2.
And Greencastle's done a nice job this inning of getting in deep into the count. Again, starting to see the more pitches they can see from Winders, the more comfortable they're going to get in hitting him.
We'll also consider how deep are either of these bullpens here. There's a shot out down the line in right field, and that is foul. So we'll try it again.
I think to your point, Mike, exactly is, at this point in the season, got some injuries, got some other things that are going on, got games this week. Coaches are kind of, even though this Putnam County tournament is a big deal, they still got to figure out how many actual live arms do they have left. And, again, varsity live arms. So I'll be anxious to see what happens as this game progresses.
Runners on the corners and 2 outs. 2-2 from Winders.
Whoa.
Misses low. That makes it a full count. Payoff pitch from the lefty. And the catcher, Tice Jackson, can't squeeze it. If he would have stuck that pitch, might have been able to get the call. Instead, it's ball 4.
The next batter, first base, Gus Mannion.
Again, if you're Nick Winders, throw strikes. Just relax, take a deep breath. You're fine. 2 outs. Minimal damage done thus far. Now let's just, make Greencastle put the ball in play. Don't give them free runs and base runners by walking their batters.
Gus Mannion up now, the cleanup man with the bases loaded. Ideal situation for Greencastle. Fly ball, though, in the infield. No infield fly with 2 outs. Winders makes the catch to end the inning. 2 runs. Greencastle jumps ahead here in the second inning as they lead Cloverdale here on the ISC Sports Network.
For the end zone, man open. That's a touchdown. Touchdown grab for Marion.
There you go. And why pull up for a jumper from 3 or even a mid-range when you can go right down the lane.
Sowers is back, reaches up, and it's a grand slam for De La
Man's all
Salle.
alone. Scott got it.
Great look by Coach Stick to break down the defense.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Greencastle up early over at Cloverdale as we enter the top of the third inning here on the ISC Sports Network. Mike Fulton and Coach Lance Shive here alongside you. It's the Putnam County Championship game. We've had 4 teams and now we're down to 2. North Putnam and South Putnam have both been eliminated, and now we're left with Cloverdale and Greencastle. Tanner Sanders on the mound for his third inning of work in this one.
Leading off the top of the third for the Clovers and batting eighth, second baseman number 15.
Zach Nees to the plate for the Clovers. Nees had a good day earlier in game 1. A double and a base hit. Reached on a fielder's choice as well. Fouls that one back, down 0-1.
Yeah, I like the way the Neese swings the bat. He's compact, he's quick, and gets through the ball, great hips. And again, he had a great morning game, and would love to get a timely hit now.
He's down 0-2 as Sanders fools him there, a bit of off speed. Now the second baseman for Cloverdale will have to battle. One, two. Nees fends that one off. Another breaking ball from Tanner Sanders. Good location, but Nees was able to fend it off and live to fight another day here in this at-bat. Ground ball up the middle. Sanders has some trouble with it. Able to make the throw in time and collect himself. One away.
Great job of panicking, then not panicking, and just kind of just taking a deep breath there, because he does. He can't find it, doesn't completely lose it. Tries now, has to regroup. Great job by Tanner. And again, like the way that he kept his poise. He's really been really pretty calm to start this game as the pitcher.
One out. Corey Bennett up, the DH.
And really, Tanner's done exactly what you've talked about, Mike, and that is get ahead in the count. It's much easier to pitch ahead than behind, and he has really done a nice job of not getting behind too early.
1-1 to Bennett. Fastball misses up. Bennett had a gruesome start to game 1 at the plate. 2 strikeouts, didn't even look that close. But then, he was down 0-2 in his third at bat. He battled back and earned a base hit down the third base line. Mishandled a bit by the South Putnam third baseman, but Bennett reached nonetheless. Put a ball in play.
Well, again, the biggest thing right now that is so difficult as you're watching this game here, trying to make contact. It seems and looks simple, but it is one of the hardest things to do as an athlete in any sport. And again, but when he did here in that first game, he did a great job of lining one to left field.
Now Bennett on first after a walk. One out for Parker Watts. He struck out to start off this championship game. Take strike one.
Yeah, to me, this is when the game gets interesting. When the second time around, now you've seen him, you've talked in the dugout, you know kind of where the strike zone is with the umpire. Now let's go play.
Watts down 0-2 after the breaking ball from Sanders. And that point in the game, last game, is where we saw things start to open up between Greencastle and North Putnam. Things started to get rolling offensively a little bit. 1-2 to Watts. Cloverdale in that first game of the day seemed like they had several chances to put up more runs and couldn't come through with timely hitting. We've been saying that all day for a lot of these teams. And that's the difference between the teams that are above 500 and the teams that are younger, not as much experience, which is the case for practically all of these teams here in the tournament today.
Well, you've got one team now with 6 wins and one with 5, and so you're not looking at a lot of success, meaning they're not getting timely hitting or timely pitching or timely fielding, and so games like this are huge. One is it's a county game. 2, it's a rivalry game. 3, this is an important for these seniors to, the season has not gone the way that you wanted. To sit there and say you're Putnam County champions is a huge deal.
Something to hang your hat on, at least.
Exactly.
The end of a season and build on heading into sectionals, but also heading into next year in the off season.
Yep, exactly.
It's 3-2 now to Parker Watts. Ball 4. Watts comes back in the at-bat to earn a trip down to first base. 2 consecutive walks now for Tanner Sanders. Here in the top of the third, it's put 2 men on for TJ Hagamasi.
Again, the one thing you don't want to do is give yourself, free base runners, and that's exactly what Tanner's done here. And let's see if Cloverdale can make him pay.
Hagamasi chases that one a bit out of the zone. He grounded out to second baseman Jordan Meyer his last time up. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Sanders almost overthrows third base. Sutherland had to reach up a bit to get that one, and that could have been disastrous for Greencastle and maybe even given Cloverdale an extra run, but instead it's out number 2.
Great job of understanding where the ball had to be able to be thrown. Kind of hard because it was so open. You're almost trying to aim it there instead of throw it. And when that happens,
runners take off on that low pitch from Sanders. Now it's second and third here with 2 outs. And Nick Winders at the plate for Cloverdale.
Nick a chance to help himself as he's obviously the pitcher for Cloverdale. Nice job and nice heads-up base running by Cloverdale to advance the runners.
Line drive into right. Base hit. It scores 1. Hagamasi rounding third. He'll hang up. But Winders has the wherewithal to make it all the way to second base with nobody covering first. So the runners just change positions, and Cloverdale is now on the board.
Great timely hitting by Nick Winders, helping himself here. Just gets through the ball. And again, great job of advancing the runners. Smart job by Coach Bass of not sending TJ. I'm not sure that he would have made it. Great throw and getting the ball back in to the infield quickly by Greencastle.
Clover's doing damage here with 2 outs, and now it's Tice Jackson at the plate. Could bring in a couple more for Cloverdale. So the walks from Tanner Sanders coming back to bite him here in the top of the third inning. And now it's 1-1 to Tice Jackson. One, 2, good spot there from Sanders. Low and inside, just below the knees. Not a lot Tice Jackson could do with that.
Great job of getting ahead. Great job, and now he's got a couple pitches here. See if he can get out of this inning with a little damage.
Bad miss there, not even enough to warrant a serious look from Jackson, who drew a walk earlier in this game. 2-2. Popped foul and out of play. Hagamazi on third and Winders behind him at second base. Low ball blocked there by Ethan Mayer for Greencastle. For the most part today, the netminders have been pretty solid behind the plate for all four teams. Mayer has been pretty good, at least blocking balls. Chopper, right side. Bit of a tough hop, but able to make the play over at first. Gus Mannion to end the inning. Cloverdale gets one back thanks to a base knock from Nick Winders into right. It's 2-1 Greencastle when we come back for the bottom of the third.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Again? I'm going to miss the big game.
Troubled by your TV provider? Endeavor is here with ETV. With Endeavor's television service, there's no need to worry about a thunderstorm or whether your satellite dish is pointed in the right direction. We also provide internet, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people. Not getting their messages? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eWireless. Endeavor Communications combines the nation's largest 4G LTE network with friendly hometown service, so you'll always be connected to your kids. We also provide internet, television, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Cloverdale steals one back and now plays the field against the Greencastle Tiger Cubs here in the Putnam County Championship game at Greencastle High School. Greencastle playing host to four teams here. We've had it all for you all Saturday right here on the ISC Sports Network. Mike Folta, Coach Lance Scheib here alongside you. Nick Winders out there for the bottom of the third. He helped himself out and gave his team a run on an RBI single into right last half inning, and now will try and work his way through the middle part of the Greencastle order. It's Mayer, Wade, and Costin here to start things off.
Again, that second look, second time through here for Greencastle. Can't keep repeating that just because of the fact, get a better feel for it now. Even though you've seen him before, it's first time you've seen him today, or second time now, so be anxious to see if they can take advantage of it.
Mayer gives that first pitch a ride, back to the wall in center field, all the way to the track. Extra bases for Ethan Mayer. He'll make it to third base. A triple for the Greencastle catcher to start off the bottom of the third inning. That's the second inning in a row that Greencastle has started things off with a triple.
Stand-up triple. I mean, stand up. Mayer about falls, rounding second here, but what a shot to deep center, and great job again of finding that that pitch that they were looking for and sitting on it, and then taking it and driving it.
Austin Pingleton, a junior for Greencastle, is into pinch run for the catcher Ethan Mayer. So a man on third and nobody out. Nick Winders in another sticky situation, and like you called it, Coach, that second time through the lineup. These hitters have had a little more success. Jacob Harris doubled his second time up. Brody Whitaker singled his second time up. And now Ethan Mayer has tripled in his second time against Nick Winders.
Well, Nick went deep in some of these first bats, and so he, they got a chance to see him even more than he'd like to be able to show himself. And now you get a chance to really, hone in on what he's doing, where the ball's being pitched from, and really forcing Winders to throw strikes. And again, that's been a little bit of a problem for both pitchers.
Abe Wade to the plate now. He flies one out into shallow right field. That bounces. It gets down right in front of Braden Bleving, and a run comes in to score. That looked like a routine fly ball, and Bleving was playing back much closer to the wall than I think you would have liked.
Again, kind of in that dead zone here, and neither the second baseman nor the right fielder were able to get there in time, and another run for the Tiger Cubs.
So it's 3-1. Give Abe Wade another hit. He's 2 for 2 today. Now Alex Costin gets down a bunt. Winders turns and fires, but not in time. He was indecisive.
Yeah, Watch was a little late in getting over to second, thus caused Winders to kind of hitch a little bit. Then by the time he went back to first base, it was just too late. Great job of running again here, but again, he wasn't ready to throw it, wasn't able to do it. Nice job of base running there after the bunt.
Clearly safe at first as well. So now first and second, still nobody out. It's Bryce Barger, the center fielder. Barger tried to lay one down, but bunted it foul.
Tell you what, if Winders has a move to second, in one of these next two pitches, I'd try it, because I tell you what, you're getting awful greedy, awful ambitious at second base right now.
Barger tries to get it down again, and once again, it bounces foul. So now it's 1-2 to the center fielder for Greencastle. Fly ball into left. Playable. Holes makes the catch. No tag. And it's a harmless out number 1 off the bat of Bryce Barger.
Nice contact. Nice hit. Great play by the left fielder. Getting the ball back in to Watts as quickly as possible.
So 1 down for Jordan Meyer. He singled hard into right field. His first time seeing Nick Winders. Chops this one up the middle, could be 2. Instead, it's just 1 at second base. There's Zach Neese steps on the bag, and there's 2 down with runners on the corners now.
Neese so badly wanted to try to turn that 2, but nice safe slide, and was not able to get out of the way in time to try to turn 2. We talked about earlier, we haven't seen a double play all through 3 games now, and so thought we might see our first one there.
Jacob Harris up. We haven't seen one on the ground. We saw
no, you're right,
one
exactly.
Get doubled up.
That's right.
Or rather, not doubled up, I should say, but it was a catch, throw, and tag. Nice relay. That one looked like it could have been a tailor-made double play ball, but just 1 out as the inning continues. Winders trying to limit the damage here in the bottom of the 3rd. Runner going. The throw is cut by Nick Winders. Dice Jackson opting not to try and take the out at second. One. Harris was fooled badly on that pitch. The breaker from Nick Winders dropped well below the bat of the leadoff man for Greencastle, and now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, Harris was looking fastball. Great job of changing it up there by Winders.
Bit outside. Ties the count at 2 balls and 2 strike. Believe they gave Harris a hit on his last at-bat. It was misplayed a bit. And this one again into right field, in front of Havener in center. Meyer coming home all the way from second base. 2 more runs coming to score for Greencastle. And now it's 5-1.
The next batter, shortstop, Brody Whitaker.
Again, great job of making contact. Nice job of runners staying on the run. And again, extending the lead by the Tiger Cubs.
Brody Whitaker up. He's 2 for 2 in this game so far. Double and a single. That single was stopped from making its way to the outfield by Parker Watts on a nice play with the backhand, but he couldn't throw out Whitaker at first base. Long foul ball down the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike to Whitaker, who was 2 for 4 in last game with a couple of hits up the middle. And you mentioned the difference between playing 45 minutes ago and playing 2 to 3 hours ago, which is what Cloverdale had to do, as they had the morning game. There's a fly ball from Whitaker into deep center. Havener there and makes the catch for out number 3. 3 more runs for Greencastle as they climb up on top of Cloverdale a little bit more. 5-1 when we come back for the top of the 4th here on the ISC Sports Network.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
It was a healthy inning for Greencastle. Last half inning at the plate for the Tiger Cubs as they slapped up another 3. Now Cloverdale going to try and respond here in the top of the 4th. 2 teams battling for some pride here late in the season. Putnam County Championship game here at Greencastle High School with the host up 4 runs. Nick Smith to start things off. Pops one up, foul territory, and Mayer was there on the dive, couldn't make the catch.
Great effort. Again, we've seen both catchers laying out early on in this game. And again, nice job in general by just a foul tip ball there.
So 0-1 here to Nick Smith. Grounded out to Jordan Meyer. His first at-bat against Tanner Sanders. Another chopper up the middle. This one gets through. Base knock to start out the top of the 4th inning for Cloverdale.
And Cloverdale's done a nice job of getting some guys on. They haven't had the hitting they had in the first game where they had guys in scoring position to be able to get them home here. Would be a great answer for Cloverdale if they're able to advance the runner all the way to home.
Braden Blevins up now. Wind has died to a standstill as Blevins fouls one towards the line and a bit out of the reach of right fielder Jacob Harris. When the wind has been blowing, it's been out to center, out to right, maybe blowing from left to right across the field a little bit. It has been overcast the whole day. We thought we might get some rain, but it's missed us, thankfully.
And a very pleasant day.
I was just going to use the word pleasant. Not too hot, which is what you'd like to see in a doubleheader, especially for these players being here practically all day.
Well, we talked about this at the last commercial. Who had the advantage of playing first and having basically almost 3 hours off, or playing second, having 45 minutes? I originally thought it would be Cloverdale with a 3-hour break.
Glove snag from Tanner Sanders. Can they turn two here? It's a bit low from the shortstop, Brody Whitaker, and it'll move Braden Bleving up to second base after that one went in the dugout. We thought it might be Cloverdale with the advantage with a longer break they played this morning, but Greencastle has had a decent start to this game. And it seems like they've kept some of the mojo going from late in that North Putnam contest.
Well, and I think anytime you're Cloverdale, Coach Baz has to try to find a way to regroup his kids. Say, you got 3 hours off. You're going to go get something to eat. You're going to be screwing around a little bit, trying to refocus a team of kids when you're out of your routine is really, really difficult. And again, it's one of those things for a sectional time. You and I talked about where it's a 7:30 start, so both teams have ample time to regroup and get off their feet a little bit. But right now, it certainly looks like the shorter time for Greencastle is not showing a lot of effect for them. And right now, to me, Cloverdale's a little more sluggish.
Well, not two particularly deep teams either, so a lot of these kids played the full 7 innings of game one and are probably going to play the full 7 innings here in game two. The only difference being the man on the bump for Greencastle, at least, Tanner Sanders, who pinch ran in game one, and that was pretty much it. Havener at the plate, grounds one up the middle, sneaks past Sanders, and then Meyer can't make a play on it. So a tricky little knock there for Jack Havener. It puts runners on first and third. Maybe not how he drew it up.
Well, I tell you what, great job of running it out. Great job. Again, put the ball in play and then make the defense make a play. As simple as that sounds and as simple as that play was, things happen. The ball spins the wrong way. The ball gets caught in the grass. Again, you slip as a player, and all of a sudden, you got first and third with one out.
Zach Knees up now. Trying to bring Cloverdale a little bit closer in this 4-run deficit.
Well, the ever-dangerous Nice. I tell you what, he has done a great job. First game, great job here of just making contact. And I really like how he swings the bat.
He was the best hitter in game one earlier. He went 2 for 3, but smoked the ball a couple times had a hard hit double his first time up and then roped one into center. Clovers could use another one of those now. He takes a good-looking strike one to make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
Great job by Nice of making, the pitcher here throw strikes. And I think that's a big deal. Tanner has been a little bit with a lack of control. So, again, I'm going to make Tanner throw as many strikes as I possibly can and prove to me that he can do that.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Knees, a hard grounder, bodied up by the first baseman, Gus Mannion, but it allows a run to score. Mannion took that right off the chest, it looked like. Good job to keep it in front, but wasn't in control enough to make a play on the man headed in to score for Cloverdale, that being Nick Smith, and so it's 5-2. Clovers get a run.
Well, I tell you what, again, Cloverdale just has to keep chipping away. Again, right now, Sanders has lost a little bit of his control, a little bit. Again, we're getting 4 and 5 and 6 pitches per at bat, and so that's going to wear on Sanders as the game goes on.
Corey Bennett to the plate now. He flies one foul. Down 0-2. Walked his last time up. Bennett, obviously a smaller player, got a smaller strike zone, drew a walk his last time up.
Tanner just needs to rear back and throw, because if you're trying to squeeze it in there into a smaller strike zone, kind of plays with you a little bit mentally, just throw the ball. Quit trying to aim it and just throw it. Good pitch there. Low but good pitch.
Couldn't convince Bennett to take a hack. It's 2-2. Just missed a bit low and out maybe from Sanders. He thought it was there.
Well, we've seen that call a couple times. And again, I think very generous on that outside corner, but just throw pitches.
Good at bat from Corey Bennett to draw a walk after being down 0-2.
Great job by Corey again. And another thing that happened there, he just forced Tanner to throw 7 or 8 pitches. That's a big deal. Again, if they're going to get back into this game, they being Cloverdale, they've got to get Tanner off the mound. And how do you do that? By excessive pitches.
Watts to the plate. Leadoff man for Cloverdale. He has a walk and a strikeout to his name so far in this game.
I like Watts. I think Parker, again, just a tremendous athlete, pitched a great game. Would be surprised if he doesn't get a hit here.
That pitch gets past Mayer, and so Havener and Bennett move up 90 feet. 2 outs, but now runners on second and third. Greencastle going to have to throw across the diamond as Mayer heads out to try and settle down Tanner Sanders.
And the thing that you and I talked about before the game is just, can these pitchers throw strikes? You're looking at, they're probably not their 1, 2, or 3 pitcher here. So again, the game can prolong a little longer, and it's just one of those things that if you'll be patient enough, again, and make the pitchers really throw strikes, you could be beneficial or could really benefit the hitters.
Watts has a 3-0 count, looking for something to hit. And he will take a 4-pitch walk. You can tell by that body language he wants to get up there and swing the lumber.
Yeah, he was not real happy. That's why at first I was like, wait a minute, I thought it was 3-0. And the way he reacted was like, can I get a 5th pitch? I know it's 4 balls and I should be going here, but I want to have a chance to take a couple cuts here.
Look how frustrated he is over at first base. And now we have a mound visit. Just a quick chat. Nobody warming up for Greencastle in the bullpen. So it looks like Tanner Sanders is going to have to find his way out of the top of the 4th inning at least.
This is where, as a hitter, you've got to be patient. You're excited as bases loaded, as 2 outs. You want to make contact here. You want to be a hero. I get that. But it's going to be the discipline of your eye against the target area of your of your pitcher. And I think I'll be anxious to see what happens. And we see it right now.
Liner into left. 1 run comes in to score. Bennett coming home. Watts to third safely. 2 more for Cloverdale, and it's a 1-run ball game.
Great job. Great job of just making contact, being patient, not trying to do too much with the ball. Nice job of putting the ball in play and giving your Cloves here a chance to close that gap, now being 5-4.
TJ Hagamasi comes through with a 2-run single to bring up Nick Winders. Takes strike 1.
Great job by the first baseman there, TJ, to get to put the ball in play. And now, again, arguably as good a player as Cloverdale has up to bat, and Nick has swung the bat awfully well all day.
He's got 2 hits today, both hard hit balls into right field. And the center fielder Bryce Barger for Greencastle, shading Winders heavily to his pole side. That one, though, is popped up to opposite field, where a catch is made for out number 3. Abe Wade ends it, but not before Cloverdale gets 3 back. They trail by 1 here, and we come back for the bottom of the 4th inning here on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
It hits the rim right as the light goes in. And
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and touchdown.
Wow. And our looking to throw this time. Going deep down the field, he's got Fusic. Look at this one again. Time will expire and the Gophers will win.
Is on the board. The North wins 10-7.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
It's been an eventful last couple innings here in Greencastle as at first the Tiger Cubs pulled ahead by 4, and then last half inning, the Clovers got 3 back thanks to a couple clutch hits, one of them coming from their first baseman, TJ Hagamasi, with a 2-run single into left. So now it's Nick Winters to take the mound with his team trailing by 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The bottom of this inning is brought to you by Endeavor eTech's IT Services. Endeavor eTech's IT Services can help you with all your computer and technology needs, available to Endeavor members and the general public. eTech offers everything from simple home printer setup to large-scale network development and security. Call 1-800-922-6677 today for more information. Fun one here through the middle innings, Coach.
I'll tell you, the biggest thing right now is which pitcher can settle down, just throw strikes. And again, you quit trying to be cute. Throw the ball over the plate, stay ahead of your batters, and I think the pitcher that can throw strikes, as simple as that sounds, is going to give his team the best chance to win. Only because, again, you're putting the onus back on the hitter and back on your defense, which in most cases the defense wins.
Nick Sutherland to the plate, grounder to Watts at short. And Watts short hops Hagamasi at first base. Sutherland on to second. Maybe a bit too casual on that play from Parker Watts over at shortstop, and now there's a runner in scoring position already for the Tiger Cubs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I love it when I can jinx players. Again, I just said, hey,
we've been doing it all day.
Throw strikes and let your defense do that here. Again, great strike by Nick, and then you're thinking that Parker's going to come up with that and didn't. But again, I still think that's the way that you win, is let your defense help you.
No help from Watts on that play. And Hagamasi couldn't come up with the scoop. Mannion, grounder to the right side. And that throw gets away from Hagamasi as well. Sutherland coming in to score. A circus in the infield here in the bottom of the 4th for Cloverdale.
All right, let me go back and let's start this inning all over again. We need to throw strikeouts. We need to throw strikes. The defense is not going to help us. The defense, no. And again, these are simple plays. There should be 2 outs instead. And again, this is where Nick Winters has to relax. It's not his fault. Defense did not help him. He's throwing the ball well. That's not, again, they just scored an unearned run on 2 errors.
That's Zach Nees at second base, who had trouble getting it over to Hagamasi at first. So now it's Ethan Mayer, the catcher who tripled his last time at the plate for Greencastle. He takes ball 1. So Winders comes out throwing strikes, earns a couple easy-looking ground balls, and then both the throws from the middle infielders of Cloverdale get away from him. And it gives Greencastle another run here in the bottom of the fourth, and there's still nobody out with a runner on second.
Well, normally when you have sub-500 teams, they normally are doing things to beat themselves. And really, the old adage is you have to stop beating yourself before you can win is definitely playing out in front of us here. And again, how do you do it? You've got to play great defense. You got to throw strikes, and when you don't do that, bad things happen.
Fly ball into easy left field. Holes makes the catch. No threat of a tag from Gus Mannion at second base. So there is one out. Abe Wade to come out into the right-handed box, but he has tripled and singled here, so no easy look for Nick Winders and Cloverdale.
And really, Nick has done what he needed to do. He has thrown.
Should be out of the inning.
Yeah, exactly. We should be 1, 2, 3 done. But again, we're still talking about high school kids and high school baseball and high school sports in general. Sometimes it doesn't go as smoothly, as simply as it should be.
Jeez. Pretty sad, isn't it?
See you Thursday.
Nice pitch.
1-1 there. Winders got Wade to chase that one a bit out of the zone. Can't trick him there. It's 2-1. We saw Wade in game one really struggle against North Putnam pitching. Struck out 4 times. Has not been the case here in game two. A complete reversal. Pops this one up into shallow right field. It drops right in front of Jack Havener. It puts runners on the corners. Looked like that could have been a miscommunication between Havener and center and the right fielder, Braden Blevins.
Yeah, I thought Havener just kind of misplayed it a little bit. Didn't realize, again, if it was the wind or what it was, but it should have been another simple out for Cloverdale, and just got a bad jump and slipped, and again puts Nick Winders in kind of a tight spot.
Now Wade takes off for second with no throw. So runners on second and third and 1 out. Abe Wade now has 3 hits on the day. Alex Costa, the DH, at the plate. He gets a bunt down the first base side. Winders makes the play at first base for out number 2. But it brings in another run for Greencastle.
Great execution by Greencastle. Great job of a little almost like a drag bunt. Again, good job by Nick Winders of just not worrying about the run and getting the out. But I love to see that type of play. Great job by Greencastle in general there and Coach Wells.
Bryce Barger up now with 2 down and a man on third. We saw Winders earlier in this game field a bunt, try to make a play at second, kind of hesitate, then ended up throwing it to first, but by that time everybody was safe. This time he just takes the out at first base.
Well, it's a nice job again. I just like the style of play and the attacking mode that Greencastle's been early on in this game here, and it's paying dividends as they're up 7-4.
2 more runs here in the bottom of the fourth for Greencastle. And it's 3-1 to Barger, the freshman.
And like we've talked about, really, I mean, Winders has pitched a pretty good game. Again, he's given his team a chance. The defense kind of let him down a little bit, especially anything hit in the outfield has been an adventure. And I think that starts to play with you as a pitcher when you're making good pitches and you're not getting outs.
3-2 lifted up into center field. Havener tracking it in and makes the catch. So 3 outs, but Greencastle tacks on 2 more. They're up by 3 over Cloverdale when we come back here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Worried your family isn't protected at home? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eShield Security Solutions. With Endeavor eShield Security Solutions, peace of mind comes from knowing your family and your business are safe. We also provide internet, television, wireless, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Throws for the end zone, man open. That's a touchdown. Touchdown grab for Marion.
There you go. And why pull up for a jumper from 3 or even a mid-range when you can go right down the lane?
Sowers is back, reaches up, and it's a grand slam for De La
Man,
Salle.
ball alone. Scott got it.
Great look by Coach Stick to break down the defense.
Tice Jackson to the plate for Cloverdale. After Greencastle had another productive inning at the plate, Clover's going to try and answer back like they did last inning here in the top of the 5th inning. It's 1-1 here to start out to Jackson, who grounded out hard to the first baseman Gus Mannion his last time up. He also walked here in this game. Big swing and miss there for Jackson.
Tice was swinging for the fences there, and again, be patient. There is no 3-run hit unless you've got guys on base. You're just relax and just get on base, take easy swings, and again, make Tanner throw strikes. And I think that's something, again, if you're Cloverdale, just relax. You're down 3. You're not out of the game. Just, chip away at here and get on base.
Grounder up the middle. Sanders on the scene. Makes the play with the glove. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Nick Smith to the plate. He singled last time he was at the dish. Interesting to see where the hits come from in these lineups for both Cloverdale and Greencastle. Greencastle has had a bit more success throughout their lineup. With Cloverdale, they're a bit more top-heavy, but they've had some clutch walks per se, or some clutch contact throughout the middle and bottom. It's all parts of the order being productive in some sense.
You talk about this in the pregame. This is a big game. This is a big thing here, just because of the fact of trying to win the Putnam County tourney. That's bragging rights. That's really turning a negative season into a positive one and building for the future.
The youth of these teams is something that's been emphasized by the coaches, kind of hearing from what they've had to say over the past week. Line drive from Blevins into right field, a base knock. Man aboard here with 2 outs for Cloverdale. That's Blevins' first hit of this game.
Next up, center fielder Jack.
It brings up Jack Havener, the center fielder.
Yeah, great. Blevins had a pretty good game this morning. I know scored was really key in what was happening, and Cloverdale advancing this morning, and again, nice to see him continuing that in the afternoon game.
Swing and miss from Havener makes it 0-1.
first strike is such a big deal, and staying ahead really changes the mood of the hitter. It changes the mood and tone of the pitcher because now you got a ball that you can play with a little bit.
Now it's 0-2. Havener's going to have to protect. He did strike out once in the game earlier today, but other than that, he's put balls in play. Oh-2 from Sanders. Havener chases that one, but got a piece.
Yep.
Seen some good battles at the plate here today. Strikeout numbers have definitely gone down from the first 2 games.
Well, again, you can say you're later in your lineup from a pitching depth, and again, you should see a better hitter's advantage here as we move forward.
Moving forward, and that ends the inning. Shortstop Brody Whitaker flipped it to his second baseman Meyer to end it, and we still have a 7-4 ball game with Greencastle coming up when we come back here on ISC.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Again? I'm going to miss the big game.
Troubled by your TV provider? Endeavor is here with ETV. With Endeavor's television service, there's no need to worry about a thunderstorm or whether your satellite dish is pointed in the right direction. We also provide internet, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
7-4, Greencastle leading Cloverdale here in the Putnam County Championship game at Greencastle High School. Greencastle playing host to 3 other teams here on an overcast Saturday, and the host team has made it through to the final and now is leading Cloverdale. There's a grounder from Jordan Meyer. Mishandled by Nick Smith over there at third base. That'll be an error on Smith, and Greencastle has another base runner. They've had plenty of them over the last couple innings, and this is an infield that has struggled to make plays, especially on the ground.
Well, I tell you what, again, Nick Winders is doing what he's supposed to do. He's throwing strikes, but again, the focus from his defense hasn't helped him today.
Jacob Harris at the plate now. He fouls it back towards the fence. Not a play. 0-1 to Harris. He's flown out, doubled, and singled here in this one. His 2 hits going to right field. Man on first and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brought to you by McAllister Cat Rentals. Chopper up the middle. Gets through, a base knock for Jacob Harris, his 3rd here of this game. Watts at short, and then it was Zach Nees at second, couldn't get to it.
Nice job by Harris of just taking the thing right back up the middle. Cloverdale unable to get there. Nice try by Watts. And again, nice job of opening this bottom of the 5th with 2 consecutive base runners.
Whitaker stabbed a bunt attempt and missed. Down 0-1. Frustrating outing for Nick Winders so far. He's had a multitude of errors behind him, and even some balls that weren't ruled errors that dropped in the outfield. Maybe should have been caught. Winters does typically play center field when he's not pitching, so that outfield missing a bit of speed. Whitaker, a liner into left. Meyer being waved home. Throw is cut by Watson. The runners just trade positions, still first and second, but now 8-4 Greencastle. And it is Brody Whitaker's third hit of the day.
Great job of just taking the pitch and driving it into left field. Nice job of aggressive base running by the Tiger Cubs.
Nick Sutherland up now. He's walked twice and has reached on an error. Flies that one out towards right field. Blevins makes the catch. And then Harris tags from second and makes it safely to third. So one out.
Nice job of contact. Great job advancing the runner. Again, the lack of offense that we saw from Greencastle in this morning's game, we are certainly seeing a lot of productivity from their bats here in the championship game, along with a little bit of help from Cloverdale with their lack of defense.
Seems like every ball is now being put in play by Greencastle, and every out is some sort of productive out.
Right.
As then moving up to second base goes Brody Whitaker. Whitaker makes it to second, and then the catcher, Tice Jackson, tried to try a back pick there on Jacob Harris at third. Didn't work. Fly ball into center. Decently hit, but playable. Haviter makes the catch. Gets it to Watt, his cutoff man after a bounce. But it brings in another run. A sacrifice fly there off the bat of Gus Mannion. RBI.
Well, I'll tell you what, the mental toll that the Cloverdale defense is having on Nick Winters is I'll be anxious to see how well he finishes this game, because he really has pitched a pretty good game. And again, he's not going to have a lot to show for it. But I tell you what, I've been impressed with this how the young man has thrown the ball all game.
Zach Nees off one hop, throws out Ethan Mayer at first base. So that ends the bottom of the fifth inning. But 9-4 now. Greencastle steals a couple more over Cloverdale when we bring you the top of the sixth inning here on ISC.
And just like that, it is a one-run lead for Texas.
Pushes it ahead with the jam.
Down. We're going to see a slamma-jamma.
Put it in the air. Marley's there. Touchdown. Is it caught? Touchdown. Came down with the ball in the end zone. With the three. Up the middle. Touchdown.
Looking for the alley-oop.
Not getting their messages? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with E-Wireless. Endeavor Communications combines the nation's largest 4G LTE network with friendly hometown service, so you'll always be connected to your kids. We also provide internet, television, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Thanks.
Greencastle leading Cloverdale 9-4 as we enter the top of the sixth inning here at Greencastle High School. We're just receiving word that the Cloverdale girls softball team won the is there. You see them with their large trophy and what seems to be snacks. They won the Putnam County tournament for softball. And the fellas trying to follow up suit, but trailing here to Greencastle. And we have a pitching change. Is now on the bump for the Tiger Cubs is Brandon Glaze, a freshman.
That was good.
Glaze on the bump, replacing Tanner Sanders.
Yeah, they're eating cupcakes.
Gave his team the start they needed.
Cloverdale coaches and girls are enjoying cupcakes after their victorious Putnam County championship win
it looks like
today over Greencastle. So nice job. Congratulations to the Cloves, the Lady Cloves, and their win today.
Top of the sixth we go. Zach Neese, second baseman up for the Clovers, takes strike one. Hasn't got one out of the infield yet at the plate here in this game, though he was hot at the plate in the game this morning. It's got a 1-1 count.
I really like the compactness of Neese's swing. I really like the way he handles the bat.
Missed on that one. Got to protect now against Glaze. One-two from the righty. Swung on and missed. Nice fans, and there's one out here at the top of the sixth for Corey Bennett, the DH.
Yeah, 7 is in the ball.
Looked like a fastball right on the outside half. A quick one away.
Great job by Brandon of coming in and getting comfortable early and throwing strikes, especially for a freshman. That's a huge deal.
Comes up and in a little bit to the DH, Corey Bennett. Bennett with 2 walks so far in this game. Looks at ball 2.
Brandon really gets over the top on his delivery. A little bit of a different look for these batters here. Be anxious to see how they can pick the ball up compared to what they just did with Tanner.
2-1 after that fastball right at the knees. We saw Glaze warming up in game 1 earlier with Nick Sutherland on the mound. Never came in the game, and here he is in the championship trying to close it out over the last 2 innings for the Tiger Cubs. He's got a 2-2 count on Corey Bennett. Strike 3. Bennett goes down looking for out number 2 as we're moving right along here in the top of the 6th inning.
Again, I'm just impressed with the freshman.
Having some fun up there, too.
Well, I tell you what,
smile on his face.
That's neat. I mean, you got a young man having a great experience, only going to, definitely is one of the future bright spots for these Tiger Cubs. And to come in a county championship game and be able to throw strikes, I think that's a big deal.
Parker Watts at the plate now. Watches a curveball drop in for strike 1. Watts has walked twice and struck out here in this one. Yet to put a ball in play.
Parker is dangerous, is arguably, Cloverdale's best player, if not their second best player. But he's certainly dangerous with the bat, and something that I know Brandon is going to have to be very careful with as he is delivering here to the ever dangerous Cloverdale player.
Watts has looked pretty athletic at that shortstop position. We did see him make that throwing error.
Yep. He just moves well. He does things well. I just, again, and I just like watching athletes play, and that's what he is. He's, we've seen he's a great pitcher. We've seen he can play shortstop and make the plays and has great range. And he swings the bat well. Doesn't always make contact, but I just like the way he handles a stick.
He's down 0-2, has to protect. Chops one backwards, foul. Stays alive. Greencastle topping North Putnam to get to this game, and then Cloverdale finished off South Putnam in a game where the Clovers were really in control, it seemed like, most of that, especially with the man at the plate, Parker Watts, on the mound. Watts goes down looking, watches a breaking ball for strike 3 as Glaze mows his way through the Cloverdale lineup. 8, 9, and then 1. It's 9-4 with Greencastle leading Cloverdale when we come back for the bottom of the 6th inning here on ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Cloverdale, they were softball champions in Putnam County moments ago. Baseball team not looking as good. They're down 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning at Greencastle High School. Zach Winder is still on the mound for the Clovers. Here to lead things off is Abe Wade in the bottom of the 6th. Greencastle trying to add to their lead. Wade pops one up out of play, 0-1.
Really, for having 4 errors, Nick Winders, his defense having 4 errors, Nick Winders has kept his composure very well. I've been really I have not seen a frustration, body language, nothing from him. He has taken the ball and tried to pitch.
Pop up in the infield. Winders underneath it along the first base line and makes the catch for out number 1. Winders has been the most sure-handed of the infielders, you could say. For Cloverdale, it's been a bit of a circus out there over the past few innings. And you were saying just throw strikes, let your defense work behind you, and Winders has done that for the most part, but hasn't gotten a whole lot of help from his infield.
He does. He covers a lot of ground as the center fielder. And as good as he's been on the plate, they've kind of needed his foot speed in the outfield at times. But again, it's not from a lack of effort by these Cloves. They've done a great job all day, and again, just haven't had the timely hits, or just maybe 1 or 2 errors in key situations that really have cost them a day.
Winders has only walked matters twice. He walked Nate Sutherland twice, and that's been it. Otherwise, he's made him put it in play. And there he sits down. I believe that was the dissolved DH position, and it was the man into the game on the mound, Brandon Glaze, his first at-bat of the day. So Glaze goes down. He's batting in the stead of the DH, Alex Costin. Backwards K there for Zach Winders. And now a ground ball. Watts, not in time. As there's a man on with 2 outs here. That was Noah Alexander at the plate, a junior.
The next batter, second baseman Jordan Meyer.
Ball took a while to get to Potts.
Well, I tell you what, again, nice job by Parker. Got to it, got held up in the grass a little bit. But nice play.
And there's Watts again, and this time he makes the out at second base. That's it for the bottom of the 6th. It is the last chance for Cloverdale. When we come back, they need 5 to stay alive here in the Putnam County Championship game.
him right as the light goes in. And
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and touchdown.
Wow. And our look in the throw this time. Going deep down the field, he's got Fusic. Look at this one again. The time will expire and the Gophers will win.
On the board, the North wins 10-7.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people. Worried your family isn't protected at home? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eShield Security Solutions. With Endeavor eShield Security Solutions, peace of mind comes from knowing your family and your business are safe. We also provide internet, television, wireless, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Brandon Glaze to take the mound and try and finish off Cloverdale here in the top of the 7th inning of the Putnam County Championship game. This being our 3rd game of the day. Greencastle over North Putnam earlier, and before that it was Cloverdale over South Putnam. Now the winners from earlier squaring off, and we're in the top of what could be the last inning. TJ Hagamazi to the plate, has a 1-1 count.
And the great thing that Glaze has done from last inning and even to right now, he's throwing strikes. Make Cloverdale hit the ball to beat you.
Hagamazi fouls another one back off, and it's 1-2. We've moved right along here over the past inning or so. Cloverdale back in the 4th had that stretch where they put up 3 runs to make it 5-4. It looked like they were gaining some momentum and then had some woes in the infield that have made it a tough lead to come back from here, down 5 runs in the top of the 7th.
And credit the poise, Greencastle. When it got to 5-4, they didn't panic. They came right back up and answered the Cloverdale runs.
Off speed misses high and inside. 3-2. Still 3-2. Fouled off by Hagamazi. Hanging in there. We got to see Brandon Glaze bat. Last half inning didn't go so well for him.
Which one is he?
But trying to earn his keep on the mound. Just a freshman. Like many of the players out here, and like many of them, these underclassmen, 4 young teams playing here today, and it showed in the record and maybe in some of the mistakes being made throughout the day, but these are 4 teams that are looking to be competitive over the next 2 to 3 years. Bad strikeout there from Hagamazi as he goes down swinging. Glaze got him to chase the fastball up and out of the zone. There's 1 away.
Great job again. Again, you're ahead in the count. You can afford to kind of waste a pitch there, but you want to make it enticing enough that TJ wanted to go after it. He did. Again, it's just really hard to catch up to that ball.
Now Nick Winders at the plate. He's been busy, putting in lots of work on the mound. And those have been some long innings for Cloverdale. 2 for 3 so far. Flew out to left his last time up. Watches strike 1.
Nice to see the pop on Brandon's pitches there for a young freshman. He's able to bring it.
Winters couldn't catch up to that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The delivery from the freshman. Strike 3 on Nick Winters. Down goes the 3-hole man for Cloverdale. And that is 5 consecutive strikeouts for Brandon Glaze.
Not bad for your freshman. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Again, great pitch. It's on the corner. Great call by Blue. And I like the idea that, again, he's putting the ball over the plate.
Cloverdale down to their last out. It's Tice Jackson, the catcher. Hitless here today. And he's down 0-2. Good breaker from Glaze. Glaze trying to finish off the Clovers. Just misses inside. His teammates thought that was strike 3.
I think everyone thought it was strike 3. The batters was going to walk away, and I think everybody thought it was inside. But again, great inside pitch. Great pitch, a great place to waste a pitch.
The 1-2 fouled off as Tice Jackson stays alive here in the top of the 7th.
Great job by Tice to battle. Again, you're 1-2 with 2 outs. You're the last out here. Find a way to get on base.
Off-speed misses there. And for a freshman, Glaze has a pretty good curveball that we've seen now a couple times, fooling some batters, which is something that has not been prevalent in all of the arms we've seen up on the bump. Although that fastball misses badly in the dirt, it's a full count to Jackson. Payoff delivery from the youngster. Swung on and missed. Make it 6 in a row to finish off the day. Impressive ending for Brandon Glaze and the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. They are Putnam County champions as they took the win over North Putnam in their first game and then topped Cloverdale 9-4 thanks to 12 hits and some mistakes in the field from the Clovers. This is your post-game show. Brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Call 1-800-922-6677 or visit www.weendeavor.com for all your telecommunications and technology needs. Coach, a fun day here at the ballpark. We got to see 3 games and 4 teams, with Greencastle, the host, emerging victorious.
Well, I tell you what, I thought it was well played. I felt like the pitchers was a great day for pitching across the board in all 3 games. Felt like some untimely running errors and some untimely errors in the field really doomed Cloverdale in this game. Really affected both North and South Putnam in their losses as well. But congratulations to Greencastle, Putnam County champs. Excited for them and their team, and we talked about this. What an incredible way to really kind of put a positive spin on what's been kind of a dismal year. Congratulations to Alec Wade being our MVP. Just an incredible day at the plate. Really in both games, really excelled.
Wade finished off this game. He was 3 for 4 with a triple and 2 singles, 2 well-hit balls, and also flew out to the infield. But that triple really started things off and helped give Greencastle the lead that would eventually stick 9-4. As there is Wade right there with the Putnam County bucket. Greencastle taking it home this year as they win on their home turf here in Greencastle, Indiana, between Cloverdale, North and South Putnam, and Greencastle. It was the Tiger Cubs that take the day. That's all we have from you here from Greencastle. From myself, Mike Folta, Coach Lance Scheib, and our entire ISC crew, we wish you good night, and we'll see you over the next couple weeks for some sectional action down in Putnam County and throughout the surrounding areas. Have a good one.